Hi fam, today is 79 I believe, or set or 80, well I don't know anymore, but today's topic is gonna be feedback. Let's talk about feedback are rough, they are sometimes hurtful, and you actually some most of the people don't want to hear it because they think that they think that it's a personal attack for them, though sometimes it is. But I believe if we hone it and use that feedback into our advantage, we could grow. So let me tell you a story about that. So yesterday I was just talking to my wife, and um, she spontaneously and randomly asked for my New Year's, I mean, one year's greatest achievement, my greatest achievement in 2025, and I answered the goofy stuff, which she just shrugged it off, and I thought she really accepted it, and I thought she accepted it as the real thing, so I just go with it. And then she mentioned about her goals. I mean, her greatest achievement. And I was multitasking at that time, doing something in my phone. And what happened was she said that her greatest achievement in the year 2025 is she's still alive. She survived 2025. And then with me become the person I am, which is at times or most of the time insensitive, and a lot of times joking around. So I said, "Is that it? That's too easy. You don't have to think about surviving." And I was I was partly kidding at that time, but at the same time, I was hoping for her to give a deeper answer. And that's me that's me communicating what I thought she would understand, which is a terrible thing that I've done. Like, I assume that she understood what I'm trying to say. And so then she got angry. She got agitated, upset about what I said, and then the rest is history. We just argued and stuff, and I believe that's he, she, what I've understand about what she said is I lack empathy and emotional um, quotient. I think EQ and IQ. IQ. She said I'm good at IQ. The thing about that is I don't really think that I'm good with IQ. And when she said that it's I lack EQ, is that I realized, okay, so I'm really not good at anything basically. But I low-key got hurt a little bit about that, but I shrug it as well, and I didn't take it really personal, because I realized that she is really she's really upset about what I said. She's terrible of me lacking sensitivity, being insensitive, just and not reading between the lines. And actually talking about it right now, I feel a weight in my chest while I'm speaking about it right now. I feel like I'm being emotional, but you know what? It's about me working on my communication skills and listening more, like intentionally. And that's one of the things that I've lack. Knowing my career choices is speaking, communicating, leadership, and I'm gonna say that I'm doing a terrible job, and what's going on in my head would be automatically, okay, I'm really not cut out for this. I'm a terrible leader, I'm a terrible communicator. I should just not exist anymore. I should not continue doing this. And if I let that thought go into my head, stay in my head, and act and incorporate it in my behavior, I'm probably not doing this recording right now. But what I've realized is that when I'm planning things out, I have a plan, have a great plan on the year 2026 about me speaking things about growing, and then leadership, communicating, equipping, those sorts of stuff. But these circumstances that I'm experiencing right now, I believe this is resistance. It's things that trying to hold me back. It's resistance of criticism, hesitating, feeling never enough. Those sorts of things are creeping up in me, creeping up within me, and trying to stop me from what I'm trying to do. And it sucks. The feeling sucks. I almost want to really give up, but when I understand what was really happening is someone or something out there is trying to stop me from doing this. Because I'm really sure, I'm pretty sure I'm making progress, and those experiences and that criticism, especially with my partner, and it makes me feel like really alone in this journey. Like, genuinely, no one genuinely supports what I'm trying to do, and I understand that, because the only vision that the only person who can understand my vision is me, and I don't understand it yet, because it's all just in my it's in my head, my ideas, and it is not, it hasn't been realized yet. So what my task is to put that and bring that vision into a reality, and those feedbacks it doesn't have to put me in a box where this is me. No, I'm not gonna be able to change. It's just my one of my qualities, part of my weaknesses that I needed to work on throughout my lifetime. If it's because I realized that it's that's what stopped me from really speaking with my sharp tongue. I'm really aware that I have a sharp tongue, especially with a person that I'm really comfortable with, and I tend to be insensitive about them because I always think that we're just fooling around. I don't want seriousness when I'm talking with them, speaking with them. But with other people, I can be that. But once I really get comfortable, I get in trouble a lot. So, mm, there's a lot of things that I needed to work on with my life, but I'm starting out, and I'm hopping into a new endeavor of me posting on Facebook videos of speeches, not just speeches, but it's an inspirational talks. But meanwhile, if people who are closest to me saying those stuff while I'm doing that, it's gonna be discouraging. And my initial response is that, okay, forget all about them. You are alone. I can do this. I'm gonna prove them wrong. With all those sorts of thinking, self-sabotaging. But I know I made a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake about that. I admit that. And I'm gonna tell you, it's okay. It's okay to receive those kinds of feedbacks. It's normal, and it's workable. You can work on it. You can improve it. And I'm not set in stone. I can grow, but it takes time for me to be able to do that. And yeah, and maybe because really sucks. It sucks. It sucks. The feedback sucks. But sometimes that's what I needed to receive. So let's say bye for now. Um, everything's gonna be good. Better days are coming. I guess it's really difficult to survive a year. I mean, maybe she is right. It's really difficult to survive the year because these kinds of struggles are creeping in you. That you are always, yeah, you're alone. No one's supporting you. All those thoughts that's screwing you in the dark, and that sucks. That feeling sucks, but it's gonna change. It's gonna change because it's just an emotion, and that's why emotion. It's called emotion, right? It moves. It changes. It's not standing still. It's emotion. So it's the better days are coming. We're gonna just look forward to that, and looking forward to growth. Doesn't have to be perfect all the time, because it will ruin you if you show them that you are flawless. You don't have you have everything figured out. But life doesn't work that way. You constantly, continuously course correcting your direction. And if you think about driving, if you drive in a highway or freeway, you if it's a straight line, you don't really know that it's a perfect straight line, because you're holding your steering wheel, and there are some bumps and curves around along the road that you don't see. That's why you're always holding the wheel and trying to course correct it into a straight line, but it doesn't really perfectly go into a perfect line. It curves a little bit. So in life, we don't have to be perfect. We always have to course correct constantly, continuously course correct our behaviors, our actions, our thoughts. And the gravity will pull you downward, and you just have to resist that gravity that you're experiencing. And thinking positive is overrated. Just act positively, and then your feeling will gonna follow you. So I'd say, yeah, I'll say bye for now. I've been speaking a lot in the past, huh? I've been speaking like almost 20 minutes every episode, which is a good thing because it's more practice. And you know what? I can still continue because I want to talk about other things as well. So, for example, I've been debating about whether what my content will going to be in my first week. I'm making a draft, thinking about it, and the thing about that is I always overthink things, and I wanna put a I wanna create a masterpiece every single time. And if I were to put it out there with this content right now, it's just randomly me speaking spontaneously, training, being descriptive, and telling stories that allows me to grow in my spontaneously speaking. But with that it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of energy and mental toughness to create and decide which one are you gonna put out there, which idea, which content are gonna be effective to your audience, which you don't know who your audience is yet. I don't know who my audience is yet, my niche. I told about yesterday, I think, probably in my journal, that my audience is going to be, it should be myself, my old self, my past self. And yes, I'm gonna stick into that idea, but still, I still wanna post a masterpiece, because I want to look good. That's the thing. My ego is always in the way of me growing. If I were to post this, for example, if I were to post this speaking, with this talking in front of you, random stuff all over the place, it will suck. And I'm gonna feel frustrated because it's not really effective of me. But I'm really overestimating what I can do in a day, in a few weeks, in a month, in a year, but underestimating what I can do in a decade. So for example, if I'm gonna post this random stuff every week or every day, I can post it, actually put it on public, and then ignore the naysayers, ignore the criticisms of other people, ignore the praises as well, and just keep on going regardless of how people will provide a feedback out of it. But if I kept on doing this for a decade, I'll definitely gonna grow. Definitely, I'm pretty sure. But I'm also know that feedbacks are important. It allows you to tweak how you say things and how you will grow and improve and develop and your effectivity. But I'd say, yeah, I'm thinking a lot. That's my one of my weaknesses as well. I overthink things instead of just act, do, and then become. And that's why I don't produce in a creation, because I overdo things. I overestimate what I can do right now, what I can do in a day. I always want to finish at least one thing in a day, one content in a day, but I can't. I'm struggling with it. I don't know if it's me trying to be I don't know if it's me trying to look good, or I want to produce a content that will basically, I feel like it's all falling into one idea, which me looking authoritative, looking good, and know what I'm saying. Because if you think about it, I'm also carrying a brand. I'm carrying a brand, and I should live up with it because I'm a member of it. And I can. It's just that putting a facade, or maybe, no, I believe it's just me overthinking things. And then learning things, and that learning is dressed as preparation, where in fact, it's just procrastination. So, but it's a good thing. I'm grateful that I'm able to do this every day. I can speak, think, articulate my thoughts, and being able to talk to you, to speak to you. And it's also therapeutic. Makes you process your thoughts and your emotions, and you can decide which behavior you're going to process. So bye for now. I probably said this for 3 times now, the bye for now, but I did log out. But say, okay, I'm gonna end this now real quick because it's gonna be a long upload. So see you later.